Hello and welcome back. We got quite a few trades to go through today as we have a few open and a few potentials that we'll discuss. But like we usually do, we'll start on Bloomberg. There isn't really much besides the SpaceX IPO. Another big firm going public that's going to go into SPY. So we're probably, or we might, don't know, I don't want to say probably. It depends how big SpaceX is, but it is one of the biggest firms in the world based on valuation. SPY is still trending up. It's looking alright, but we might see a dollar fall in demand for the dollar index, which we could capitalize off. But I mean, the SpaceX headline is not too important. Like mentioned many times earlier, we're looking for scary stuff, wars. Not just conventional warfare, but trade wars as well. Alright, so let's get to the setups. Let me hop down on the 1 day. If you enter this one on the 12 hour or the 8 hour, you should have your sell loss moved to break even by now, which I do, and I got clipped out, which is fine, no problem there. You should have that unlocked by now. I mean, even if you're not out, you should be out. This one right here, still waiting for it to trigger. You can create a new stop order now with this one because the development, it would look something like this. So you'd be trading a smaller range, which would not be the worst, and this would not be invalid at all. And don't go above a 2.0 R on entry. That's a dreamer trade. Try to avoid those because your win rate plummets when you go above them. Let's see here. Yeah. So it would look something like this. But mind you, it looks like there's some congestion going on. So you might keep going sideways before choosing direction. But move your sell loss if you can. Or not your sell loss, sorry, your stop order. This one, the breakout that was discussed a little bit in the Discord, posted in the video as well yesterday, hit very nicely. I did not have time to do anything with this one, so I didn't get to extend it. Nothing. It just hit TP at 2%. So that put me up to, let me see, 6.3% for the month, which is quite nice. I mean, December usually is a red month for me, and at this point, it would be quite hard. Even if I just lost every trade from now on, which can happen. I don't know if I would go to zero. I don't know. This continuation right here, I mean, it did form very nicely. This is a very nice continuation. But here's the thing, you'd have to set an entry like that for the stop order, and that means you need a TP like that, and we can't do that. That goes through a resistance area and it validates it. The range doesn't allow for it. The range requires tighter trades. Looking at the last potential we have, this one, I'm still waiting to hit the top range. We're going to discuss SR a little bit in this one as well. I'm still waiting for it to get to the top. There was no reversal at the 8 hour, nothing. So we'll see what this one decides to do. But it is heading towards double resistance land. And this is something I've noticed that can be confusing if you're starting off. Why isn't there a support area here? Why? Because it is valid, right? Yeah, it is valid. It has been invalidated by being moved through, but so is this one. So why are you not using this one? It is because it is the furthest denominators that I tend to use for ranges. and I don't tend to extract the full elasticity out of the range. I can never get these fucking right. So if a trade enters here, let's say there's an indecision that forms, trade is entered like that, yada yada yada. There is no need for those ranges regardless. What we would be seeing over here would be more relevant. So with the same line of reasoning, you could draw over here and here, but I don't do that because I rather just candle read. I don't need SR areas for every single SR point. This creates inflation as well. I like to keep the charts cleaner and look at candles. So will I ignore these levels? No. I'm a price action trader. So I wouldn't put a a TP here. That's not something I would do. Just because of these levels here. I know there's volume here. So just because you have SR areas doesn't mean you shouldn't be reading candles and looking at levels. Same goes for if the range allowed for it to go through here. It doesn't mean you're not candle reading on it, but you also want to avoid congestion, okay? And now even with, this one moving, you can make the argument of moving this trade up, or this one right here. Because a new range is being created here, and we're ranging here. So you can make the argument that this should be here now. Either way, I would be wary of these levels. But that kind of depends how you draw. I often say that drawing is an art because it's something you get good at, something you get used to, and it's something you improve at, and you get sort of your own way of drawing. It all comes down to candle reading in the end, though, because it is, again, like I've said, price action trading, almost a pure price action trader. So in that essence, I don't even really need the SRAs. I could technically trade without them. I could, just through candle reading. But this is to clarify things. It makes it simpler, better to look at, and it improves the whole process for me. So now that I've got that out of the way, that's all I've got for now. I'm not going to set up scam when there's things going on. And we finalized a lot of trades, went through a lot of trades, and if I do a setup scan now, it's going to become too long. The YouTube algo won't like me. But that doesn't mean it ends, because after I end the video here, you can hop in my Discord and ask questions. You can also comment on YouTube videos. I always answer comments. There's nothing for sale in the Discord, so feel free to hop in, feel free to join, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.